you talked a little bit about fans, and if anybody's just a hip hop head or loves hip hop music, we know that Chicago is known for the drill scene. And it seems that with your son, King Von, and now Lil Durk's brother, who were all gunned down, there's a debate as far as drill music, if it's the reason for all this senseless violence. And there's also some people, I know a few people from Chicago that say, can't blame it all on drill music. It's been violence before drill music was ever created or ever was a thing. Like, how do you feel about that as far as drill
Well, when
music?
I was growing up, I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s. Like the 90s was my era, was my year, was my decade. And I grew up under the GD structure, far as growth and development. We got out and voted. We got out and recruited people to vote. Like we did so much positive stuff. But see now, from when they tore them projects down, I think that was like the end, because they put us on these blocks. They made it seem like, oh, these houses are so beautiful, and y'all ain't got to be in 10 stories and worry about nobody. When I think we were fine, we were in our own community. We had our own, like we were perfect over there. We still had bad things to happen, but it was nothing like it is now. This is horrible. You're dissing dead people. I want to elaborate on this as well, because people will say, well, how could you say that? Because your son was the main person doing it. Let me tell you something about Carlton. He was more like a person like, if you did it to me, I'm going to do it to you. But if you want to stop, I stop it too. Every diss song Duck made was a reaction from an action from somebody else. He don't just get on the track and diss people. He didn't make his whole catalog about dissing deceased people. A lot of the people that he dissed was alive, but didn't diss them till he died.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't understand that. He came at a lot of people when he was alive, people who were alive as well.
Mm-hmm.
But they felt we're not going to mention him because once we're rich, we're superstars, we're in the industry. Once we mention him, that's going to give light to him, and we don't want to do that. But do it while he's no longer here, he's going to get the same light. And the person that's doing it is going to look like a coward to the streets, going to look like a lame to the streets, going to look like a goofy to the fans. You're not standing on your word, because any man with integrity, why you didn't diss that man while he was here so that he can say something back? I hated it. I used to love the rap battles and the beef back in my day. I couldn't wait for Biggie and Pop to get on the track and diss each other. I used to wait for the outcome. Okay, Biggie said this. Now what Pop gonna say? How are you dissing dead people and they're not here to defend themselves? So they left with the people who love them to defend them.
Right.
It's just dumb. Carlton used to say it all the time. When they leave me alone, I'll stop. He was the best at it. He was the best at it, and I hated it. He was the best at everything that that boy did. He put 1,000% in it, without no industry help, without no producers from the industry, without no cameramen, video photographers from the industry. He did it all by himself. But the industry, no. You can't get no ambition in that. You can talk the talk, but when you walk the walk in, talk the talk, that solidifies your mark. And hip hop and drill, they can't talk about drill without mentioning Duck. It would never be discussed without mentioning Duck. So these are memories we hold, we serve a purpose, and then God's come and get us. Maybe this was Duck's purpose, to put this impact on the world. I'm a very faithful person. I just do everything by faith.
Mm-hmm. Well, you definitely gotta have faith. And I saw some things on the internet as far as you and Lil Durk, as far as you reaching out to him and sending condolences on behalf of his brother. I wasn't sure if those were real screenshots, but I just seen them. So,
That was Big Dirt. That was his dad. That
mhm,
was his dad. Because before Duck passed away, I
mhm,
met his dad. My people made it possible for me, and she made it, a mutual friend made it possible for me to meet him. And we were basically talking about what we gonna do with our kids.
okay, so
You
it
being
probably
who?
was a misquote because some publications ran that it was a direct contact with Lil Durk, but it was the father,
No, it was his dad. It
his
was his
dad.
dad, not him personally.
Okay.
I don't know any numbers on Lil Durk, but
Okay.
I know me and his dad, when we met, we exchanged numbers because we were trying to sit down and see what we can do for Chicago, far as is having our children coming together to try to stop all this senseless stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Duck was still alive when this happened. So that's when I got Big Dirk's number.
Okay.
And when he passed, I messaged him and I told him that you have my condolences and we got to keep our head up. And I swear I'm trying. I'm trying to make it stop. I'm trying to get this stuff. I told him, brother, I'm trying. I'm trying to just stop everything that's going on. And he responded and told me, thank me. And he appreciated it. So, us as parents are the ones that have to suffer because God has made it for our children to bury us. Not, we ain't never supposed to outlive our kids.
Bye.
So, with this going on, I just want to let everybody know that was not Little Dirt, that was Big Dirt. And I merely posted it because after the fact, I kind of felt kind of bad because on a personal level, I probably shouldn't have posted it, but I posted it because I wanted the world to see that these parents is talking and communicating with each other. Why can't the kids do it?